are creating a focus on regenerative agriculture and the impact that soil now has on our lives. People are not aware that the soil is a living entity. They think of it as something that's dirty or something that's not even alive, but it is because of soil that we all exist, that we are all thriving and are alive. Unfortunately, over time, the soil has been eroded and degraded to such an extent that it no longer is as viable as it once was. So even today, if we eat one orange, it is only 1/8 of the beneficial components of it that once was 50 years ago. So one orange equals 8 oranges today. So people are not so aware of why we need to protect the soil. We need to protect it in so many different ways, and we need to allow the microorganisms to be nourished and to be allowed to thrive within the soil. But we don't do that. We have monocropped in Barbados for years, hundreds of years, and now we're paying the price of seeing that the soil we have cannot really generate a lot of life in the way that it once did. So we are following Sadhguru, who is an Indian mystic and a guru, who is going around the world, but primarily starting in the Caribbean, going to 6 Caribbean nations. And he is signing memorandums of understanding with the Caribbean prime ministers, as well as giving a handbook for how the Caribbean should treat the soil. So the most important thing about it is that his interest is helping us to become so educated and so aware of the devastation that we will experience in the future if we continue to allow soil to be eroded in the way that it is, by plowing the soil, by exposing the soil to the elements, to the sun, and not putting organic material back in the soil. So his primary objective, and ours too, is to get 3.5% of the soil to have organic material. So we don't really have the statistics on Barbados right now, but we're trying to obtain that because we're not aware of what percentage of organic material is in the soil. But we do know that some of our topsoil is only maybe 3 inches, not even that in many places. We just have solid rock. Whereas once upon a time there was more fertile land that was capable of feeding people and allowing people to have livelihoods that we don't see now. We see now people who are more interested in material things, in wealth, but their idea of wealth is houses, cars, people, experiences, buying experiences, instead of becoming the experience themselves, where they, like their forefathers, honored the land and they grew sensibly, where they combined not only agriculture, but also animal husbandry. So we're trying to begin a movement of creating consciousness and awareness among all Barbadians and people of the Caribbean.